Salutare prieteni și bine v-am găsit la un episod de Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Next Gen. Să continuăm în episodul anterior, după ce am deschis manopera lui Dandelion. Înspre final, Priscilla a fost atacată de către cineva. Trebuie să aflăm în acest episod de cine a fost atacată și cum a început totul, pentru că nu a fost prima victimă, au fost mai multe victime cu aceleași răni. Ne-a spus domnul Dr. Von Gretz. Îl avem aici pe domnul Joachim și vom merge cu el la morgă, doar că nu putem intra prin partea din față, așa că va trebui să mergem prin canalizări, să intrăm acolo și să investigăm mai mult această problemă, pentru că Priscilla a fost atacată rău de tot, mutilată, s-ar putea pe viață și Dandelion a cerut să găsim făptașul și să-l omorâm. Hai să vedem. Trebuie să avem grijă pentru că ar putea fi drowner pe aici. Da, avem drowner. Și bine că avem și auto-oil-ul ăsta. Level 16 chiar. Mamă, chiar și un level fucking 17. Nu e bine. Două leveluri peste noi. Nici nu am oil pentru water hag-ul ăsta. Asta n-a fost bună. Cât pe ce? Cât pe ce? Asta de fapt se situează la fel ca și de la unării. Decapitare! Ce ar putea să fie? De că niște măsuleți. Nu știu ce n-aveam apucat o tuse de vreo 20 minute încoa. Doar așa o tuse. Neașteptate, nu știu de la ce. Alți drowneri. Foarte mulți drowneri pe aici. Loviturile strong attack sunt foarte puternice. Dă foarte mult damage.
It's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Așa că mai e aici un drowner. Luăm asta că avem nevoie de bani, nu prea avem bani. Trebuie să ne trebuiască puțin mai târziu. Când vom începe să ne facem și noi echipamente și nebunii, o să ai nevoie de o grămadă de gold. Mă, ce încet merge asta și nu știu ce mă mănâncă și în nas acum, mamă, am început să mă facă toate astea. Hai bă, domnule Joachim, ce dracu faci? Merge ca melcul. Hai.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example.
Hai să cior destul tu mai întâi, frumos.
Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Intrat aici nenorocitul. Da, aici sunt cadavrele.
Human. Wrong body type. Let's keep looking.
Nu e asta.
Looks like necrophage has got to this one.
E? Pare că aici nu mai e absolut nimica. O fi pe aici ceva? Mai sunt și aici câteva corpuri, dar mai e și aici o ușă. Putea fi oricare.
This isn't it. Let's keep looking.
No. Asta trebuie să fie. A, nu. Asta e aceeași. Înseamnă că e în partea asta. Mai sunt 2-3 corpuri. Ăsta-i, ăsta-i.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Well,
Hai.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Încă era în viață în timp ce s-a întâmplat toată năzdrăvăgia asta. Năzdrăvăgie. Cuvânt nou scos de mine.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
Exact ca la Priscilla.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
După sunii l-au despicat acolo. Eu găsit, cred că ceva înăuntru. Și aia?
An egg from an amphibian. Salamander?
Salamandră.
Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. I'm afraid I don't recall
Un nou,
any
de fapt.
amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision, but the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open
Yeah.
the abdominal cavity.
Dime dacă mi-ai găsit ceva. Poate eu găsi un cuib de ouă, de salamandră de asta.
Waste and sewage, so I doubt. Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded. Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
Cineva i l-a luat, vinilul.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
And a different sense of humor. His genitals, we ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pulled down his trousers and shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Ritual murder. Ar putea să fie un ritual.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
Fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to
Nu mai apărut
perform
și
the
asta.
autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. And as always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Cred că au avut ceva în trecut.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirets was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Și cam atât. Ne-a scos afară în tărăie.
Why do you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Oh.
Thank you.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel, a rogue, like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer, delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Bine. Da, și va trebui să investigăm o grămadă de chestii. Nu știu cu ce să începem. Trebuie să investigăm și cu ăsta, unde a fost omorât în... Că chiar unde în casa lui, dacă nu mă înșel, o zis, parcă. Ori unde a avut loc atacul lui Priscilla. Find Eustace the Corpse Collector. Hai să mergem prima dată și după aia mergem la Priscilla. Cred. Eu nu știu cum să le iau așa. Cred că e pe aici, pe sus. E vreun loc pe aici ascuns, mâncați așa. Nu știu până să intru în casă la ăsta. Ia.
Anyone home?
Begun, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on, come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better backing dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these two mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
Așa, am lipsit vreo câteva minute. Și am închis puianii, că am uitat. Hai să vedem, cine ești?
Who might you be?
Cine ar trebui să fii?
Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
Ce mergi de bombardier are acest domn Darf.
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag." Rather obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back.
A murit
quietly
și
in her
ea.
sleep.
Ok.
The pont said a fever took her.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss and burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. For even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Fine, we've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Murderer dragged something heavy. Statues. Or a corpse. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Hai zi, poate ascunzi ceva.
Had a look at your sculptures.
And? Lifelike, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Regatele.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple. And the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Fine. Need to look around.
Be my guest.
More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind. Humanoid. Completely rotten. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Nothing interesting.
Da, și cam atât, aici se oprește investigarea.
Aye.
Dacă mai are ceva de zis, asta nu cred. Ba da.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered. Then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard. Then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city.
Da, se pare că acest inamic e mai periculos
Enough.
decât am crezut.
Anything else here? Take care.
Va vrea să sperie pe toată lumea. Asta trece prin acest mic ritual cu focul și cu toată nebunia asta. Da, trebuie să aflăm mai multe. Mult mai multe.
Faster.
Da, nu merge. O mers modul atunci pentru puțin, dar nu știu dacă... Poate nu eram în oraș, habar nu am. Deci nu merge modul cu galop prin oraș. Din păcate. E nasol. De fapt s-ar putea să meargă când a crescut arma, ia. Nu, nu vrea. Trist, trist, dar adevărat.
Wonderful.
Aici a fost locul unde a fost atacată Priscila, dar... Cred că am intrat eu bine pe aici, sincer. În văgăuna asta. Și că aici ar fi, dar nu prea e aici. Cred că e pe jos mai degrabă sau pe sus. Pune naiba. Nu pot să-mi dau seama. Ia să mai intrăm o dată. Poate am ratat ceva. O fi o scară ceva sau... Mai e o ușă. Aha. Am înțeles toate. Acum ori sus mergem, ori jos. Mai mult ca sigur jos. Zic eu așa după mine. Dar ce căuta Priscila aici? Nu pot că filmez. Nu pot. Dar nu știu dacă e bine pe aici. Cred că ia pe sus. Nu pot, omule, că filmez. Lasă-mă o leacă. Capela ta. Așa, mai și pe partea asta altă, deci nu e bine, nu pot să-mi dau seama unde ar trebui să mă duc. Deci acum probabil o să ne întoarcem exact în același loc. Nu? Sau nu? Ba da, fix în același loc. Hai să mergem sus. Poate trebuia, cred că sus mai bine mergem. Ar putea să fie pe alea aia. Între ziduri, nu știu, zic și eu. Dacă jos nu, sus trebuie să fie. Asta e blocată. Salutare, domnule guardian. E bine că gardienii ăștia nu zic nimic, adică poți să te plimbi pe aici cum vrei tu. Bineînțeles că nu e nici aici. Exact cum credeam. Deci nu e nici aici. Probabil trebuie să le luăm în ordine. Hai să mergem la asta, la altă, nu știu, zic și eu. Dacă asta nu ne duce nicăieri, înseamnă că nu e ceva bine stătuțul. Doamne, ce încurcată e zona asta. Da, forță, cred că am căzut prea jos acum. Dar aici nu e nimic. Dacă era ceva, vedeam. Ar putea fi pe partea aia altă, nu știu. Hai să îi dăm totuși pe partea cealaltă. Pe aici. Da, 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 pe aici ia să venim.
A brazier, this time of year. Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Wait on his heel.
How am I to know?
Took a
Oh,
step
ce m-a speriat.
Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
Son of a whore.
Asta e aceeași, ce am mai găsit-o și în casă la ăla. Deci e aceeași. Ce vrei, bă, bulangiule? Doi pe mine? Ok. 3 chiar. Hai, mă, să vă văd. Mai vreți? Cam o ia. Hai că le dau eu un ard acum. Nu. Uite cum mor. Uite cum mor. Uite cum mor. Ia de aici, bolangiule. Și tu? Ha. Ha.
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well,
Asta nu m-am
why are you
așteptat.
staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Spune-mi.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before.
Parcă și înainte mureau.
Street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Oh, my head's ringing.
Bă, nenorocitule.
Human. Priscilla's?
Da. Cam asta a fost și investigația despre locul unde a avut atacul asupra Priscilei. Find the corpse collector. Hai să vedem.
Why is your hair so grey, darling?
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim.
Oh, another
Told me
victim.
to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
And it's dropped them traitors then. Nothing hurts as much as life. Bloody bandits! Can't go out in the streets no more.
At least before they didn't used to kill women.
Fall afoul of the king of beggars.
Acum cred că pot să vorbesc și după aia cu ăla. Ia.
You, Eustace, the corpse collector?
I? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue?
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art. One of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid. You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Face off, mutant.
Și nu am asta de level 2.
I'd advise you not to anger me, or you'll get an inside tour of the crematory.
Touch me, the guards will be hiding your ass for you count of free.
To save a little shit like you? Doubt it.
These clever lads, more cleverer than you. They know Eustace, know they want me on their side, 'cause you'll all die one day, and then I'll decide where your body winds up. A grave, the crematorium, or elsewhere.
Aș vrea 200. Fuck.
That hard for coin? Fine, have some. Now talk.
Să învățai de level 2 neapărat următorul skill point să-l bag acolo.
Glass beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name.
Oh,
If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
să-i dau o lovitură pentru ce-a făcut. Așa. Așa, de încălzire. Altădată ca să nu mai arăți cu degețelul.
What's that for?
For everything.
Rămâi culcat acolo, tate.
Shoulder off. Don't know nothing else.
Așa, toate.
Joseph's pig's got hoof and mouth.
Washed your hair
Welcome,
lately.
Master Witcher.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad. By the way, you and von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
How old's von Gratz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Hai să facem autopsie și la asta. Probabil o să fie la fel.
The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the ribcage and... What's this? A parchment made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim.
Oh, numele următoarei victime.
Patricia Vegelbud.
Gods, he knows no bounds. To attack Lady Vegelbud, heiress of such a prominent family.
Where is she? Tell me.
She resides in an estate beyond the city, north of Oxenfurt.
Gotta find her, now.
Să mergem repede. O găsim. Hai să băgăm un fest Revalinos. Am făcut și level up. Bun. Bun, că vreau să bag în Delusion level 2. Ce am făcut? Nu am făcut nimica. Așa, tate. Cu și level 15. Așa un pic, bă, că nu e bună, vreau să mi le organizez un pic. Deci pun așa, o dată. Fac. Ăla e tătuțul. Următorul la cât mi-l dea la 22? Nu la 22, la 18 parcă, nu? Da, la 18 mi-l deblochează. Și astea la 16. 16 și 28. 14, 22, 26, 30. La 30 o să am toată asta. Nu știu, când nu o să fac eu level 114? Aș vrea să încerc să facem un level 114 până la final de DLC. Vreau să-mi fac un build foarte, foarte puternic și când o să jucăm data viitoare vreau să mă duc cu alte build-uri cum vreau eu, din prima cu level maxim, pentru că ai opțiunea de a te duce cu asta zi. Deja cu levelul de la finalul jocului poți să începi iară. Da, asta e victima. Deci să o găsim Repișanus. Pare că nu atacă doar în Novegred, atacă și prin împrejur. Poate nu Merlito. Deci nu pot să deschid?
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
Haha.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, they'll throw my ass out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Yes, good fellow? If it's work you seek.
Don't know that I'm all that good. Name's Geralt. Looking for Patricia Vegelbud. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
Fisa.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our gods...
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
Hai, rapid. Rapid, că nu e bună.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith.
Apoi dacă merge așa, mai ajungem și noi la Magda.
Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Greetings! Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
Da. Nu a fost bună. Mamă. Rapid, trebuie să-l prindem, că a fost fix aici, la... Bro, la ruile că câinii mă atacă tot pe mine. Lasă-mă să prind criminalul. Mamă, ăștia cred că eu sunt criminalul, nu mine să cred. Nu sunt eu criminalul, mâncava-și pura voastră. Da. Forță. Ăștia cred că eu sunt criminalul. Da, și-am și murit ca un bou. N-am văzut așa ceva. N-am văzut așa ceva, mamă, cât de puternici ăștia, frate. Level cât 16. Dar au armurile alea foarte, foarte rezistente. Bă, am luat câteva decesuri, sincer, acum în ultimele episoade. Nu chiar atât de ușor precum am crezut. Bine, m-am bătut și eu ca bou, dar eu cred că trebuia să fug, să nu mă bag cu ăștia și probabil venea Fisa și zicea, bă, ce faceți aici, mâncava și gura voastră. Nu el criminalul și așa mai departe. Să bat câinii ăștia. Dar nu prea ai șansa, asta chestia. Nu prea ai șansa, așa că hai să fugim. O să încerc să ies pe ușa aia. Să vedem dacă pot. Dar nu pot. Nu pot. Nu, trebuie să-i bat pe ăștia, am impresia. Na, ce tare sunt handicapațe. Nu știu dacă îi pot bate și nu mai am nici fucking solo. Dacă ar fi... Și mai e și aia cu scutul, că e fără axe, nicio șansă. Dacă mai dă o bucată, a murit. Hai că a venit aia, cred. Sau a murit iară. Se întâmplă. Loading, dar cred că a venit aia.
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this?
Mama, ce-a făcut cu ea?
Why?
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire, only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body, a note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Și să aflăm următoarea victimă și să fim foarte, foarte rapizi. Pentru că atacă incredibil de repede. Această... Nu să știi ce ar putea fi încă. Pentru că și voi în ce fel atacă.
She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Să plecăm rapid. Și la cum e viața, dau o meditare. Ar să-mi se facă soalul. Trebuie să-mi iau ceva ce îmi dă heal, nu știu, mai mult. Trebuie să caut ceva soalul de ăla mai mare. E neapărat să ne facem ceva, că e jale cu viața. Adică, nu știu, când ne batem, ați văzut, ne atinge un pic, pac. Armuri, neapărat. Nu mai merge treaba. Să terminăm cu misiunile astea un pic. După aia farmăm. Cred că înainte să fac costurile secundare, mai întâi luăm punctele de interes. Ca să mai facem niște experiență. E cam joale, v-am zis.
Why buy tomorrow what you can buy today?
Do you see what I do?
Ah! Oh, piss.
Mamă, la cintunie, că e la mijlocul zilei. Cred că o să scoate încinci waiter-ul. Nu prea îmi place vremea asta. Era mai frumos, colorat, e numai ploaie. Era vremea asta, numai ploaie în continuu. Asta e fain în Skellige. Cred că o să mai dezactivez puțin țel. Și puneați să o iau eu pe aici. Aici nu pot să intru. Nu, fi pe aici.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs, but she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
Nu e bună. Fix cu cine nu trebuie îi. Cu un client periculos. Unde naiba? Upstairs. Mai sus. Ah, nu.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You though, whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet
Uite-l pe
again, you
nemernic.
disturbed me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure, satisfaction.
N-auzi la el.
Achievable with whores.
Să am grijă pentru că trebuie să ajung la adevărat, pentru că nu e el, mi-aduc aminte. Nu chiar el în spatele tuturor acestor cazuri.
Third degree, but still, this rosy skin will roast quite well.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know, but I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. To warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
Pare rău, dar nu te voi lăsa. Și n-avea, că aveam le... Aia era bine.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured. Given me no choice.
Avem grijă că e foarte puternic ăsta. Am uitat de chestia asta. Decapitare! Hai să eliberești pe asta. Poate ne va mai zice ceva.
You're free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you.
Nu ne arăta sfânt. Oh, no.
He asked if I
I did everything, and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh, God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me so hard I passed out. I was bound when I came to. And he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
Da. Nenorocitul. Mamă, la întuneric rău, a fărătat și veci întuneric îi. Dă-i o meditare până a doua zi. Da, vedeți tot așa întunecos cumva. E de la vremea aia, trebuie să o scot, nu se împacă, cred că ceva bine, nu știu, nu-mi place. Modul ăla. Îmi plăcea înainte.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you.
Așteptava ăștia.
You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although you've not divined all, I see.
Ah, e ăla.
You would have drawn your silver
The
sword.
fuck?
Who, what are you?
Era chiar ăsta, da.
Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat.
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
There are other ways. Could have set up a soapbox in Hierarch Square, preached from it.
How funny. That's exactly what I did. But none listened. Instead they laughed, threw stones. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Ha 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 ha. Pentru Priscila.
Pretty good. Might not comfort.
Da. A la Vampires. Să ai mare grijă. Și n-am... O să fac și unul. Nu știu de ce am scos fucking lampa aia. Damage 0, bă, damage 0. Nu. Bro, și avea unul viață, nu cred că a murit așa. Mamă, ce urât am jucat-o și puteam să-l bat acum așa, ar trebui să mă chinui de la început și bineînțeles că e greu. Am jucat-o rău, bă, rău. N-avem damage slab și ne primim damage foarte mult, trebuie neapărat să ne îmbunătățim. Că nu mai merge treaba așa. Deja și level-uri peste mine. De fapt nu, e level, da, level 16, plus level 15, nu? Bro. Ia de aici. Decapitationos. Gata. I-am răzbunat. În sfârșit. A făcut și lumina afară, în sfârșit. Hai să mergem să spunem la Dandelion că ne-am ocupat de acest mărlănoi și să terminăm povestioara. Deci a fost un vampir în spatele tuturor necazurilor.
Whosoever contributes coin to the cause, his sin shall be Move on.
Și ăsta e fucking jos. Nu știu dacă pot să sar pe aici. De fapt am bagat-o în mod de azi dacă funcționează. De la căzături să nu mai ne luăm damage. Ai, toate aia zic. Aia zic tătuțul. Nice. Putem sărim de la 7 km acum.
Better, right?
Yes.
Da, e mai ok. Da, tot arată groaznic.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. For me and Priscilla.
Măcar Priscilla a rezistat.
Don't mention it. Nothing a friend wouldn't do. She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Nice. Și am completat și quest-ul. Super.
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quiet.
Say no more. Get well soon.
Da, hai să lăsăm. Nu mai vor să zic absolut nimic, că ea mai ăsta mai zice ceva.
Yes, Geralt?
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shani.
Oh, Shani.
Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front.
Shani din Witcher 1, dacă e ea.
I told her
O să întâlnim în DLC.
in the time
It's a stone.
she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink. I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Hubert told me about your past, even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price, even a human life or two. But those are past sins, sins I've atoned for.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong.
Da.
Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Farewell.
Da, prieteni, cam asta a fost episodul. Sper că v-a plăcut. Nu uitați să pun like, subscribe și un share. Iar noi ne auzim data viitoare. Toate cele bune. Respect. Pa, pa.